Hello and welcome to Edinburgh Watch Company. My name is Jonathan, and on today's video I'm going to talk to you about one of the Rolex classic sports watches. This is the GMT Master II that we have here, the ceramic bezeled one. Now you can find out more about this watch by visiting our website at edinburghwatchcompany.co.uk, and there you'll see we have some pricing, technical specification, and of course photographs of the watch as well. Now this one is a watch we bought here in Scotland, supplied here in Scotland in July 2017. So it has the balance of the Rolex 5-year manufacturer warranty until July 2022. It comes complete with its outer sleeve, its outer box, its lovely green weight box, instruction manual, the Rolex warranty card, the bezel protector, and of course the 2 hang tags. Well, that's just everything like the original one owner had when they bought it in the local Rolex authorized dealer. So, the GMT. Now, I guess many of you watching this video today will know your GMTs quite well. But forgive me just for a few minutes, let me just talk a little bit about this iconic sports watch within Rolex's range. This came out around about the 1950s. It was a watch that Rolex introduced as a tool watch in the same way as Submariners for diving. The GMT Master is for the traveller, it's for the pilot, it's for those that want to have that ability to easily tell the time in 2 different countries. So with the GMT Master, they built a really capable sports watch, and they added an extra hand onto the dial to allow you to see the time at home and time abroad. But also for pilots, so the ones that are very famous, the Rolex GMT Master Pepsi and the Coke, they had 2 colours on the bezel there, with the red and the blue, or the blue and the black, that very easily allowed pilots to tell the time when they were flying in different time zones. Rolex had a tie-up with Pan American Airlines, and the GMT Master became a very, very famous watch. And that watch continued till about 2007, when Rolex introduced this GMT Master II. And the most significant difference about the watch compared to the older one is the introduction of a ceramic bezel. And of course it was Rolex's first model in their range that had a ceramic bezel on it, designed to be stronger and more resistant to chips and scratches that you would pick up on an aluminium bezel, but it also gave the watch a completely new look and feel to it. And that's continued today, and you may be aware of the very popular blue-black one, affectionately known as the Batman, one that's incredibly hard to get and generates quite significant premiums. So that's the GMT. It is built in stainless steel, what Rolex call 904L grade stainless steel. It's an automatic watch. Given the generation of this watch as well, it also benefits from an increased accuracy level. So historically a Rolex chronometer would perform to within -4 to +6 seconds per day. They've now got this down to ±2 seconds per day. So I mean, that is phenomenal really for an automatic watch to perform to that accuracy. So that's the GMT. Let's have a slightly closer look at it now. So like the Daytona, like the Submariner, it has had and still does have, unless anything changes at Basel later this month, a 40mm case size. And it's the size of watch I wear. I've got an 8-inch wrist, and I think you can size the bracelet down very well, so it's just a really good all-rounder size. So we talked earlier about its ceramic bezel insert here, so it's integrated here into the stainless steel bezel here, and this turns unidirectionally. And you can see you've got the hours around the outside here, and then you've got this green hand you can see down there, perhaps at 7 o'clock. And when that's set there for the hours, then you can read the minutes on this external bezel here. So the hour hands itself are luminous coated as well, as is the maxi dot dial. So the hour markers have a really good strong lume on them. You get a lovely blue colour for nighttime reading. The dial aside from that, a nice clear black dial with the sapphire crystal here, the Cyclops window, they're giving you a 2 times magnification. I think what it does so well is it gives you that slightly sporty yet elegant look. So the Submariner, by contrast, the watch and the bracelet is pretty well all satinized, bar the side of the case, as where the GMT is satinized here but polished on the side here, also on this side here. The GMT 2 from this model here, which we call a 116710LN, compared to the older models, they also increased the size of the crown and the crown guards. So again, just protecting it there. This crown, incidentally, you can see here, it has the Rolex logo, but it screws into the side of the case there to ensure that it will remain watertight. You can take this watch down to 100 meters, which I think is enough for most. But a really, really handsome looking watch. These are very, very hard to get as well. Probably around about a year's wait list at a typical Rolex dealer, but that's quite short compared to the wait you'll have for a Batman. They are selling over list, a slight premium, but they're not excessive compared to what the premiums are on the Batmans and the Hulks and the Daytonas these days. So I think they're very good value, and probably just slightly less than an equivalent Submariner. It's mounted here onto an Oyster bracelet, so a really good strong bracelet, again in 904L grade stainless steel. It's a bracelet that Rolex have had in their sports watches for many, many years. It's a tried and tested bracelet, it's a very familiar look, and it's incredibly comfortable to wear. Mounted here to the deployment clasp there, you can see you have that Rolex logo there, and it has a safety clasp as well, just to ensure there's no way this is going to fall off your wrist. So firstly what we do, we just pull this one back here, and then this opens up here. Another feature of this here, when this model was introduced compared to the older models, this part of the deployment clasp here was pressed steel. It's now solid, so much, much stronger and thicker. However, they also introduced a very cool feature, which we call the easylink bracelet. The benefit of this for you is that we would set the bracelet up for you, but on a slightly hotter day where the watch is feeling slightly tight on your wrist, all you have to do gently is pull the bracelet away from the clasp there, and this gives you an extra half link, and normally just enough to make sure it's comfortable for you. When you then get back to slightly cooler climate, all you have to do is just fold this under, clip it shut. It's as easy as that. Really, really practical to do. So that is the Rolex GMT Master. Let me show you on my wrist there. I am wearing a 40mm watch as well. Again, it's a good size for me. I've got an 8-inch wrist, and just to show you by comparison, that's it there. So really lovely, lovely size. Not too thick on the wrist as well. I won't say it'll go underneath every shirt cuff, but it'll certainly go underneath most. It's not too thick compared to likes of the Deep Sea, etc. But it's a really good practical watch that will last you for your life, and perhaps even for the next generation. So that's the Rolex GMT Master. So there we are, just the end of this short video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today. We're always shooting new videos, so if you love your watches, come back and look at some more. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.